Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Now, as y'all can see by the title of the video, I'm telling y'all like my first day. Not even my first day of boot camp, like the first day of me actually getting there. So basically, what I'm doing, I'm just telling y'all the whole process because I've seen a lot of people do these videos on YouTube. Like a lot of people they have advice on boot camp. I'm gonna do all that shit. I'm gonna do all of that, but I'm gonna give y'all the real uncut version. I don't know why. I be watching these videos. I'm really gonna record the video steps to prepare you you plan on joining the Marines. I'm doing a video after this one. But yeah, I'm just gonna give y'all the whole process of the day, basically the 24 hours from prior to me getting to Paris Island, because that's how I went to boot camp at. And I'm just gonna give y'all the whole 24-hour process prior to even getting there. So first thing first, off the rip, I was lied to. I ain't gonna care. I was lied to. Not now we all got lied to the point of view. That's an unwritten rule. Not an unwritten rule, but a common thing to everybody. You go ask anybody in the Marine Corps, they would tell you they recruiter said this and said that, and it was totally different opposite. So first thing first, so this prior to me even getting to this point, you gotta go to this thing called MIPS. It's called MIPS. I forgot the whole meaning of it. I put it in the I really forgot the name, but I'll put it in the video somewhere. But it's called MIPS. So basically where you go, just all branches going, Army, Navy, Marines, National Guard, whoever, Air Force, everybody gotta go to this branch. Everybody gotta go to this place, regardless of what branch. So prior to me getting there, so basically at the time, my girl had dropped me off there. She dropped me off there. It was in what was the place at? I think she drove me to so at the time the place was an hour away from where I lived at. So we drove to the main recruiting station, in Alabama. It was located in Montgomery. That's where the main recruiting station was at. Now y'all ain't from Alabama, y'all ain't gonna know this, but I'm just giving y'all a little backstory if you are from where I'm from. So I'm from Opelika. The recruiting station I went to was in Auburn, a 15-minute drive from my house, but the main recruiting station was in Montgomery. So fast forward, I get dropped off, my girl dropped me off there, and then the place I had to go to was the milk place. The milk place, it was I think it was 10, 15 minutes away from there. But I don't think, trying to see, no, I didn't go there. I didn't go there. So basically, I went to the main recruiting station. That's where my recruiter was at. That's where his boss was at, or staff sergeant was at. He was a sergeant, and then the person that was over him was his staff sergeant. So I basically go there. It's my first time meeting the staff sergeant. I forgot his name. I ain't gonna do that. I was about to say I was gonna put a picture of him, but like I said, I ain't trying to pick nobody in my video. I just ain't trying to do that. I don't know the stimulations on the whole Marine Corps and all that other stuff. So I'm just keep it I ain't gonna try to pick no names, no pictures in my videos and stuff like that in the future. Just to let y'all know that I ain't gonna try to do that because I don't know. I ain't trying to mess up nobody's career and nothing like that. Especially people that actually plan on doing this for a career, because I'm probably gonna do my 4 years and get out. That's after that, I had to go rating 1 through 10, it's a 9 right now when we get out. Like I said, I got 3 years left, so they got changed. But to get back on topic, so basically, I go meet to the my staff sergeant, the staff sergeant who was over my recruiter, who was a sergeant. Basically, I meet him. He just he just talked to me, just give me little advice and stuff, whatever. Then they gotta ask you questions about your recruiter, did your recruiter promise you this? Did he say this? Did he say that? Did he promise you that? And of course not. So like I said, because it ain't I got promised a bonus or nothing like this. The Marine Corps don't work like that. You don't get promised like this, ain't no on me. So but yeah, I talked to him, he said all that, and then so basically my recruiter he took me to this hotel. So you go to a hotel the day before, and mind you, man, I was told, this is what I was told. I was told we couldn't bring no phone, don't bring no headphones, don't bring no backpack, don't bring no snacks, don't bring nothing. Now, when I got there, I seen other people with their phone, Seen other people with their backpack with snacks and literally everything I was told not to bring, I seen everybody bring. But at the same time, like, okay, well, I think at the time, literally, I was the only person that was there that was going to the Marine Corps. That was like the first red flag for me. I like throughout these YouTube series, I give y'all like little red flags and stuff, but like wait, that was like damn, like it was like damn, like what did I do? Like did I really fuck myself over? I give y'all like I let y'all know like, oh, YouTube said like this red flag, that was a red flag. I'm just getting a list of. Not all great joining the Marine Corps, like I said, I don't get like a lot of great people, a lot of great experiences and stuff like that, but it's just like looking back at it, whatever I joined, knowing everything I knew was gonna happen, probably not. The answer is probably not. But like I said, I don't regret it. Like I said, everything's a learning experience, everything you just gotta learn from type shit. But yeah, so I get to this hotel, my recruiter dropped me at this hotel. Now, prior to him dropping me off at this hotel, he told me that day or the day before. He was like, what happened is you're gonna get on this, like once you go to Paris Island. So I'm in Alabama, and I'm in Paris Island in South Carolina. So he told me was, you probably gonna get on like this little bus or van or whatever, and y'all gonna drive it. It's like a 6-7 hour drive. So that's my whole time thinking. I'm like, okay, cool. I've never been outside the state of Alabama other than Georgia, which is like right next to each other. Like I ain't gotta pull up on the map. It's like I just basically coming down. If you know the United States map, you should know like Alabama, Georgia, like Tennessee's above us, then Mississippi's under by us, that's like Florida, all the other stuff. But I've only been to my state where I'm from, Alabama and Georgia. That's the only place I've ever been. So all those in driving distance. So he like, you take like a 6-7 hour drive to South Carolina. So that's my whole mindset going into this. I'm like, all right, cool. He told me. So the day of me going to boot camp, whatever, to be arriving there, I'm thinking, all right, I'll probably get there like late afternoon, late evening, late at night, and I have all day, like, but I'm gonna have a drive to like relax, like just sightsee, just travel, just to clear my mind. So I get to the hotel. I think the only thing I had he just told me to bring like an extra pair of drawers. That's the only thing I brought, was an extra pair of drawers. And yeah, I bought an extra pair of drawers to change. I don't know if I kept them or threw them away. Can't remember, but I know that's the only thing I could bring was like an extra pair of drawers and like an extra pair of socks or something like that. So I get there, I get at the hotel. Like all of us get checked in. We had to sign our name, our name, what branch we was going to. And I remember I'm seeing everybody this and that, everybody talking. They had like a little game in there, like a little game system, had TV, like a little lounge area. You go to your room. It's like a regular hotel, not like a military hotel. It's like all the military. It's like a regular hotel. So I remember I go upstairs. I had some kid with me, some dude. He was a black dude. I forgot where he was going. I think he was going to Army or something like that. I forgot. He was cool dude. But yeah, I remember him, because I remember once we got there, I remember my recruiter telling me, he's like, hey, once you get there, he's like, hey, him, my recruiter, and the staff sergeant, he told me, he was like, hey, when you get there, don't leave the hotel, don't try to go to the store, don't try to go out, go in there, check in, eat, go straight to the room, relax, that was it. And I remember that's what I did. I remember the roommate I had, he was like, hey bro, we might go to the store, we might go across the street, we might go grab something to eat. And I'm like, nah. Cause really the only thing I had on me was an extra pair of drawers, and my recruiter told me to bring $20 in cash. So that's what I brought. And I was like, nah, I'm good. So basically, fast forward, the next morning, we had to get up at 4 or 5 a.m. No, yeah, we had to get up at 5 a.m. And I remember we had I loaded up on this little van, little white van, whatever, the military van. And we drove to the little NIP station, which is where all the branches go to check in. So we get there, we do the same thing. We got our little folder, whatever. Show them the folder. You sign in your name, what branch you're going to. What else we got to do? basically do all they take your blood, I think you gotta do a piss test. You do all that stuff. Like you basically redo everything over again. I had to swear in again because I had already sworn in once. I had already been there once prior, like 2-3 weeks prior, and this was I was swearing again like right before I leave. And let me see what else we did. So yeah, I did all of that, and then I remember like after I got done, I remember we were all sitting like in the lobby. It's like once you go down, you go downstairs, you see this lobby, and this was like shit. This was I got like this. I was like, oh shit. This was like my old shit moment. So I'm sitting there. I ain't talking to nobody. Like, I'm already quiet as it is. And on top of that, I'm the only person. It's like probably 20 of us. Out of 20 of us, like I'm the only one that's going to the Marine Corps. Like everybody else going to like the National Guard. They going to reserve. They going to the Army. They going to the Air Force, and all that stuff. Like I'm the only one that going to the Marines. I'm like okay. I'm like, it's a little red flag because, like I said, I'm the only one going to like 20, 30 some people. But it's alright, it is what it is. So then we get down there, and like, it's when like everybody's starting to get down there, like everybody's starting to get done with the checking in process. And all of a sudden, some like this older white woman, she comes up, she like, hey, she like, pay attention, I'm calling your name, so I can hear your artillery with your flight tickets and everything. Now, I'm like, flight tickets. I'm like, and I was gonna say something. I'm like, I don't know the process, so maybe like, I don't know the process. So I'm just be quiet and I'm just wait, cause I know I ain't supposed to be taking no plane ticket or nothing. I've never flown before. Like, I've never been on a plane a day in my life. I've never been to an airport. I've never parked at an airport. I've never seen an airport. I've never been inside of an airport, let alone been on a plane. You know, I don't know how baggage work. Like, even though I don't got that, I just don't know how that works. All I know is being on sitting on Shade Room and Say Cheese and other website blogs of people getting caught with this at the airport with guns, weed, or they tried to bring this through, or like that's all I know about the freaking airport and TSA. That's the only thing I know. Like, I know nothing else about how the airport works. But bring it back. I'm sitting there. I'm like, maybe that's just for the other drinks. Just like, cause I know for sure, like, my recruiter said, I'm taking a bus. I'm not taking a flight. He said nothing about the flight. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there waiting. And then I remember somebody said it was going to Fort, like the dude, I remember one dude said he was going to Fort Benning. Now that's way closer to where I'm going. I think Fort Benning was like maybe a 2-hour drive from where we was at. Maybe a 2-hour drive. They said my recruiter said it was 6 hours to get there. So I'm looking at him, I said he grabbed his stuff, and he showed me his stuff, and he got a flight ticket. I'm like, 2-hour drive, 6-hour drive, but you taking a plane, I'm supposed to take a bus. I'm like, maybe I just, I'm talking about, maybe I just like the Army or whatever, like, that's just their thing. Marine Corps, we just take the bus. So then the one called my name, and I'm looking, I'm like, looking. I'm like, damn. Okay, not only does mine say I have a flight on here, mine says I got 2 flights. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm looking, so mind you, everybody, so then the woman, she says, all right, everybody look at your thing and try to pair with people that you're going to be flying with. So everybody, we all get like a little huddle, they're like, all right, I'm taking this flight, this is my flight thing, this is the time I'm leaving, this is where I'm landing. Who else got that? They're like, all right, we going to be over here. What about the people that got this? We over here. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm literally in a circle. I'm like, all right, I'm the only one that's going to the Marine Corps. So I know for a fact I'm going to have to take this flight by myself, but let me just come over here just to double check. So I'm looking, and then I'm like, so my literally like everybody's in their own little groups, everybody got their own little huddle. And I'm over there standing by myself, and she's like, did you not get your flight ticket or whatever? I was like, yes ma'am, I got mine. She like, so where you going? I'm like, South Carolina. And she like, what is that? What branch are you going to? So mind you, like everybody looking now, because I'm literally standing by myself in the middle, like everybody else on the side in group. And I'm like, I'm going to the Marine Corps, and everybody like, but you can like everybody. All you was ooh ooh. I'm like, damn. Like the way they said it was like, bro, you gonna fuck. Oh, it was like one of those. Like, damn, that's what you did. And I said, like, you signed up for that. So I'm like, damn. And she's like, okay. She's like, do you know how this works and like how you ever flown? And I'm like, no. And she was like, well, maybe you can just get with them because y'all all go to the same airport at first, and you can just get with them, and then you just get to meet the people at the airport. They should help you guys out listening. I'm like, okay, cool. So then, no, the good thing about them is, they did give us two. They gave us two checks. They gave us one check for lunch and one check for dinner. So one check was like, I think the lunch check was like, I want to say like $12. It was like $12, and then there was a dinner check for $25. So I didn't even have to pay $20 cash because, long story short, I get to that later. But I ended up losing that $20. Like that $20 gone. That $20 got stolen when I went to Bootcamp. But I'll tell you how that happened later. But yeah, they gave us two checks, one for $12 for lunch, $25 for dinner. And then we got to the airport, and like everybody was like, was in that group, like, all right, we over here, and it was like, all right, man, we'll see you, we'll catch you later. And I'm just like, oh shit, because my dad was checking their bag or whatever. I ain't had no bag. I'm literally standing along with these people I've never met, just because I don't know where the hell to go. I don't know how the airport works. While they checking their bags, I'm literally standing to the side. And then after they checking the bags, come to find out, I ain't even with them. Like they literally on the other side of the airport, and I'm supposed to go way upstairs. I had to go somewhere. And I was like, damn. And I remember the only thing I had was I had this brown folder that literally said U.S. Marine Corps on it. And I'm looking at it, that's the only thing I had. It just said U.S. Marine Corps. And I'm literally just walking around there, and I got I had my black collar Alabama shirt and tucked in. Had my shirt tucked in, but I had to like not tuck all the way in where you can see my belt, but like I had to pull it out a little bit and like cover my belt. I had on some blue jeans, I had on some like underwear shoes. Like I literally had on like the typical like coaching. I like a coach or something, like an assistant coach or something for Alabama type shit. That's what I looked like. But I'm literally just walking around with this brown folder, and I'm literally like, and mind you, this is the airport, so people got carry-on bags, people on their phone, people with their laptop. I'm literally just sitting there like trying to look presentable as possible because I'm trying to look like I'm trying to like I'm not like a freshly new like fucking boot. So I'm really just sitting there respectful, just looking, chilling. And I remember like people were just looking at me, cause mind you, it's kind of weird. You see somebody that's in the airport, no phone, no headphones, no laptop, no snacks. They're not eating nothing. They're just sitting there waiting for their flight. Cause I found out where my gate was at and stuff like that. So I'm really just sitting there, and I remember people just walking and people just looking at me. And I remember a dude sat next to me and he looked at the folder and I said U.S. Marine Corps. And I looked at him and he looked at me, he looked at the folder, and he literally just got up. And I remember he got up and I remember him saying something as he was walking down the aisle. And I guess he thought I was like on a like classified mission or some shit, like I was like an undercover military op or something, because I remember he said something, and I remember as soon as he said something, as he walked down the aisle, like literally everybody just looked towards my way. And I was just like, oh my god, this is so weird. And I'm like the biggest introvert. Like I don't like no attention. I like stay in the back. I don't like to go out, party, none like that. And literally all these people at the airport just staring at me. Because this dude just said, he just clearly just said something weird, something crazy. And he literally just read the U.S. Marine Corps, big ass brown folder, and me dressed in regular clothes with my shirt tucked in, looking odd as hell. It was just weird. But then I ended up, so best I ended up getting on my flight, I had one person sit beside me in my first flight. It was nice. Like, I think I was through the Southwest Airlines, my first flight. I think I flew on both flights. Southwest Airlines, they flying pretty straight. It was pretty straight. But yeah, like, bro, I was just like, man, like, people looking at me, man, like, the person that was sitting right next to me, literally, I just got this brown folder, no headphones, my phone, and nothing. Just sitting in my lap with all my documents in it. And it just like U.S. Marine Corps, and they just like, and I remember my second flight I caught, it was like it was like this woman, like probably like her like mid to late 20s. She was sitting next to me. She was like, "Oh, did you need me to move? Like, is this even reserved for someone else?" And I was like, "I mean, what you mean?" And she's like, "Yeah, I see it." I said, I saw the folder. I didn't see anything else. I just read that. I'm like, is this like you have somebody else with you, like another member with you?" And I'm like, "No, like it's just me." And she's like, "Oh, okay, so you're on the cover." And she just put her headphones back in. I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, so after the second flight, I get to the airport and I go to this thing called USO, which y'all don't know. It's like they usually have them in every airport. In every airport, and it's basically like a place where like military members and service go. Like you basically go in there and type in your name, your branch, stuff like that, and you basically it's like a little lounge area. Like it's free food, free snacks. It's like a little place where you could sleep at, place you could chill at. Most of them have like games, like a little game room, computer room, stuff like that. It's like really nice. Like I ain't like that's like stuff like that. It's like you want to stay in. Like it's like little stuff like little small little perks like that. It's like people like want to stay in and stuff like that. But yeah, I get there, I go to the USA, and I'm just chilling, and like I think it was like me and like eight or nine other people, man. Out of all the people I was there with, so but first I go to a room before I even get to the USO. We go to a room where it's like only like Marines at, so it's like where all the Marines be up at. It was like 10 of us, and I remember I'm looking around. This one I knew. I was like, what the fuck? I'm looking around, man, the most out of shape motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm looking at some of these dudes, I'm like, bro, how the fuck did y'all get sent here in that shape? Like, but like, you'd be surprised, it'd be like some big, like, 250 plus motherfuckers. I don't know how y'all do it, like, I don't know how, like, and like, I realize it now because, like I said, when you're a recruiter, you just trying to get anybody to sign. Like, the sooner you can, like, as long as I get somebody to sign, and whenever you're ready to go, I can send you. As soon as you're ready to go, whenever you're ready. And like, it was like some dudes there, like, mind you, like, I think out of all the people there, it was like me and one other person that ended up being my platoon. I forgot who it was though. I can't think about who it was. We were like me and one other person that got in my platoon. We was the only, out of all of us, out of all like 10, 11 of us, and me and him were the only people I ever saw like pass. We the only people that actually made it out of boot camp from that group. I never, like, it was like 2, 3 females in there that was there. I never saw them once again. Like, I never saw them again. There's a few dudes over there that I know got dropped like as soon as we got there, because they, like, when you first get there, you gotta run a fitness test. Like, when you first get there, and I never saw them again after that because they failed that shit. Like I said, it was out of shape like a motherfucker. The motherfucker was just terrible shape. It still amazes me how they have some recruiters just saying people like, these people, they never went to a workout event and nothing. They look like they just signed, said they want to join, and the recruiter was like, hey, send me back in a month and I'll get you sent over. And that's what it looked like. No funny stuff. But yeah, so we get there to this little room where like the Marine Corps, like all the people that join the Marines, we get to the room, we get our names or whatever, and then we go to the USO, and they telling us like, hey, the bus should be coming for y'all for like, I think I got there like at 6 or 7, and yeah, and I don't think the bus came to like 10 or 11 o'clock that night. And I remember it was a nice bus, it was like a nice charter bus, and I remember it was a mad cold at night, and I remember we got on the bus, it was warm as hell, nice ass charter bus. That's what I do remember. And yeah, with the checks they gave us. So I think look, $12 check. I forgot what I spent it on. I honestly forgot. I think with that check I got like a slice of pizza. Like when I first got to the first airport, I think I got like a slice of pizza and like a vitamin water or something like that. And then with the second check, I was like, well, that's when I was like $25. I remember like, fuck, I'm just balling. I remember I went to Wendy's. I got a double cheeseburger, a large fry, and I think I got like a large sweet tea. And I think it came like $22 and some change. So it was like right on the money. And I remember eating. I'm like, bro, I don't remember Wendy's burgers being this big. I couldn't even finish the Wendy's burger. I looked at like half of the burger, and then I ate the fries, and then I just had the drink. But yeah, like fast forward now. So fast forward back to where I was at. We was at the USO, right? So we was sitting there to like I took a nap, and then like once we got on the tour, we got on the charter bus. Like I said, it was nice as fuck. And I remember we driving, and I remember we got on the bus. They was like, all right, put your head down, type of shit. Like, put your head down. I'm like, why the fuck we put our head? Like, man, I remember they said, like, put your head down. Like, we had to put our head in our lap. I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. Like, it was not that. I think about a 2-3 hour drive. I'm like, why the fuck we put our head down? Like, it's like, so now I'm thinking like, oh shit, this shit for real. Now like, we probably go to like a secret society. It's like I don't think it's like a secret entrance you got to go through and everything. That's like my first time with him. Like, I was having my head down. I'm like, bro, it's like because I know they were saying like Paris Island is really like an island, like it's literally surrounded by water. So at this point, I'm thinking like, oh shit, like it's like a secret entrance you got to go through, and like it's gonna be like fucking like, because mind you, I'm just thinking about movies now. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be like 500, like not 500, but it's gonna be like 30, 40 people outside the gate with like guns and tanks and shit. So like you can't get in, whatever, without certain like identification. Like in the movies, like you got to scan the same card. You got to go through like 3-4 gates, and it's nothing like that. I just thought at that time. But yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna put a head down, but I'm like, fuck, I'm just taking a nap. Man, I remember I took a nap. We got there. I remember like I started like kind of like peeking my head up a little bit, like at the window. Cause I think they made us close the thing too, like on the side, you had to close the blind, we had to do that. And I remember I started like kind of lifting it up and looking, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck, like where the fuck we at? Like I'm literally saying like straight roads and shit, like I'm like saying like regular streets. I'm like, this it? Like this can't be it. Like I'm seeing like apartment buildings and shit like that. I'm like this can't be it. And I remember we got there, and then like the bus driver like missed a turn with us, so he had to turn back around. And I remember as he was turning, like he was going to the road, turning right back around, and I remember I saw the yellow footprints. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this is it. Cause I had watched so many videos prior to going to Bootcamp. I watched so many videos, and I remember seeing the yellow footprints, man. And I'm like, oh shit, like that's it. Like those are the yellow footprints. Like that's it. So he turned back around. All of a sudden, the judge tried to come on the bus. I think it was a female judge instructor, and it was like the skinny little dude. And they came down yelling. They was like, all right, you gonna get on the. When you go out there, you gonna pick both on the footprints and this and that. They said whatever they say, they be saying. And all I remember, man, is like I got there, and I remember I put my foot on the other footprints, and I remember my legs shaking. I was just shaking, like not from being cold, but just something. Like I had so many nerves going through my body, but like I'm right in the front. I'm right in the front of the line. And I remember my arms were shaking, legs were shaking, feet were shaking. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I remember I said, I'm in the front. I got it's like 4 or 5, because I think it was like a set of like 3 or 4 footprints, and it was like 10 or 11 it was. So I remember it was like 2 rows behind me. And I'm like, bro, I hope they don't just see me shaking, bro. I'm literally just like nerves just shaking, like my hands shaking, legs shaking, feet shaking. And I remember they got 2 other dudes to go open up the doors, and we ran up the steps, we ran in there. And yeah, and like, you know, I think when you get there, they were like, all right, you got like any personal belongings, you can pay it in this little blue money bag, whatever, that's what we call it. Everybody don't been to that. You've been to Bootcamp, very quick, you know about the little blue money value bag. I've actually met a few people that still got that shit from Bootcamp, which is looking kind of weird. But what else we did? So like we did that. Oh yeah, there was like people, you got phones or anything, put in this like envelope. Like it was like I said, I didn't know we could bring it. I was told I couldn't bring it, so I was like, I legit thought they was gonna get it because I remember them. I remember being at the USO and it was on their phones. I'm like, bro, they would get in trouble. I'm like, they know they're gonna get in trouble once we get there because we're not supposed to bring our phone. And then as we get there, like once we get like after Yellow Footprints, we run inside the building at Paris Island. He was like, all right, if you got a phone or anything like that, you know, the person was picking this yellow envelope, write your name on it, this and that. And I'm like, bro, you so I'm like this whole time I had, that's literally all that was in my head. For like the past, like literally over the past 2 days or everything. I'm like, bro, this whole time I could have had my phone with me. This whole time. I remember thinking about that. I'm like, damn, I'm like, man, I can't wait. I was like, man, I remember saying, I'm like, bro, whenever I get back home, I'm gonna make sure when I go to my crew to tell the other recruits and other trainees that they can bring their phone with them. That's literally the only thing I was thinking in my head. Like, man, I gotta let my recruiter know that you can bring your phone with you. Cause they told us that we couldn't even bring it. But they told me I could bring my recruiter. But yeah, that's literally what I was thinking about. Yeah, after that happened, man, we had did the whole thing that you see on like the TikToks and the videos when you go in there and you make a phone call. And I had already told my sergeant, I was like, my recruiter, I had already told him, I was like, hey, I'm not calling my mom, not calling my girl, because they're not going to be able to hear me. I'm going to just call you, because I don't want to traumatize nobody from here. Just imagine you calling your mom and she is screaming and yelling, and it's like, and then just beep. It's like, what the fuck? So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to pick them right through that trauma. I'm going to just call you. And I remember I called him. I don't think he picked up. I don't think he picked up. I just acted like he answered the phone. I remember I called him, he didn't pick up, and I just acted like he picked it up. And I was like, plus I read out the paper, and I read it was yelling, and then I just hung it up. Like he never even picked up the phone. At least if I remember it, right, he never picked up the phone. And then I remember like, so after that they separated like the male and females. And I remember going. So I didn't go through the whole process like everybody else did. So usually you go through the process. From what I heard is like they basically keep you up for like 2 days straight. Like they keep you up for 2 days straight. You just waiting. You go through this, you do that, you get this, like you get your uniforms and all this stuff. I didn't go through the process because I shipped a day late, which ended up fucking me over in the end. Which I also tell you that part later on throughout the series. But yeah, I got there late, so I didn't go through the whole process. So as soon as I got there that night, I was straight to sleep. I didn't sleep, but I only slept like 2.5 hours. But I remember like walking up like these steps into like the little squad bed. And I remember like everybody it was like 30 dudes already in there, and he like knocked out of sleep. And I remember we sleeping on bunk beds, and I remember seeing the bunk beds, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, we got bunk. And I'm like, we got bunk beds, like what the fuck? And I remember I'm walking in there, and I'm looking at all these dudes sleeping. Mind you, they all got like one pillow and just like a blanket. There's no sheets on the bed or nothing. And I remember walking, I see all these bunk beds. I see the one pillow and one sheet. And I'm like, bro, I remember finally like the woman, it was not a woman, it was a dude. It was a dude drill instructor. He get me in there, he's like, do you have a pillow or whatever? And I'm like, no. He's like, you go like grab your pillow. He took me like a sheet, and he's like, all right, you lay down right there. And I remember, I'm like, bro, like what the fuck? I remember laying down on this little bunk bed, and I'm looking around at all these other dudes. I'm like, bro, this is jail shit. Like, this is jail, dog. Like, bro, we got one pillow, one sheet. I'm like, this, like, literally, this is what the homies told me that went to jail. I was in the county. This what they told me, this is jail. You get one bed, bunk bed. You get like it's like an open bay. Like if you know anything about like jail, like how they like some like it's not the standard jail, but fucking like difference between jail and prison. So you know anything about it, like it's like I forgot what it's called, like the level of security, but like to like an open bed with like just a bunch of bunk beds out, And I had some friends that actually was in jail. That's what they, that was their experience. And I remember that's the only thing I'm thinking about. I'm like, bro, I'm laying down. Like, I didn't even go to sleep for like the first 20 minutes. I just laid in the dark looking. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, this is exactly what my homeboy explained to me. What was jail? Like, it looked like 40, 50 y'all in the open bay, buck beds, everybody can see each other. Like, I remember just looking at it, I'm like, bro, this is fucking jail. Like, this is jail. This is not what I signed up for. And I remember, I'm like, bro. And I remember, like, bro, if I gotta sleep like this for the next 3 months, I'm like, bro, this is gonna be a long ass 3 months. But yeah, man, like, so after that happened, man, well, I'm gonna end up right there. Like, after that, much that happened, it's like, until we finally got introduced to our main drill instructors and stuff like that, to like the platoon was gonna be in. But I'll get into that later. The video already kind of long. But yeah, man, that's like my experience. That's like my 24-hour experience to me getting to boot camp. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all leave a comment for the algorithm. And yeah, I'll see y'all again.